everyone! Catalina and I are coming to you with her, well, let's see, it'd be like her 4.5-month update, or she is 19 weeks today. Woo-hoo. Do you have anything to say? She's excited too. 19 weeks, it's exciting apparently. Yes. She's becoming quite the little person, getting her own little personality, getting excited, and just being a little Miss Talkative. I swear she says mama. She probably has no idea what she's saying, but she says it. There's no hint of dada, and I love it because it's mama. It seems like the more tired she is, the more she calls for mama, and of course I eat it up because she's calling for me. And I swear last night she said I love you. So I was trying to get her, I love you mama. I know she's just making noises. I'm not, it's not like I don't realize that, but I don't care. I'm going to take what I can get when I can get it. If it sounds like mama, it's mama. I'm not writing in her baby book or anything, but still. You love the mama, right? You love the mama? We're going pantless. I don't know if you can see that. Probably can. We're going pantless because it's really warm in here. It's not warm outside, but we have a fire. We have a wood stove. We have a fire going, so it's warm in here. Yes, it is. Let's see. I have notes to hopefully not forget stuff. So, I know when I left off, I was like really mad at my body because I wasn't breastfeeding that much. Yeah, pretty much shortly after I made that video, it just became non-existent. Breastfeeding feels like a whole other lifetime ago now. We are completely formula. You're a formula-fed baby, aren't you? 100%, unfortunately. Speaking of which, it sounds like we might get to see some of it come back up. And, it's not like I've ever had this, like, big epiphany type moment where I'm like, oh, I love formula feeding. Breastfeeding's horrible. No. I still wish I could breastfeed, but I've just slowly gotten over it, dealt with it. It is what it is. I can't change it. She's doing fine on formula, so I guess it's kind of nice I don't have to find time out when we're out in public, feeling like I gotta be discreet and all that. We can just whip out a bottle, mix it up, and give it to her, so I'm trying to find something positive in it, but I've kind of just gotten used to it. It is what it is now. Beyond that, I also had mentioned how she was rolling over, and I'm like, watch out world, because she's on the go, blah blah blah. Do you think she's rolled over much past that? No. I think it happened like once or twice more, and she's content with not doing it again. She's very active, baby, but I think part of her high maintenance is she just figures, if I cry, somebody will come and do it for me. So she's, I guess, maybe smart in that aspect. She's like, let somebody else do the work for me. I guess it works, but it makes me mad because I thought she was rolling over and going to be like mobile soon, but no mobility. We've gotten out her walker, which has been a riot because we had joked, like as soon as we got out, Remington wasn't around, and we said, oh look, this has wheels, guess what's going to be happening with this? And sure enough, the first time I put her in it, like Remington was talking to her and kind of like messing with it, and before you knew it, it moved a little bit, so his little light bulb went off in his head, and it was like, ooh, I could push her in it. So now he asks for her to go in it so he can push her around. It's really sweet. It's cute. Of course we have to remind him a whole million times while she's in it that he's got to drive very slowly and carefully, and he can't run into things, and he does good with her, but he's still a 4-year-old boy and would rather go faster, be a little speed demon. And she would love it too, but you know, she's still working on those little neck muscles. She's probably even early to be in it, but she does so good with her neck that, and she likes being upright. We also have a Johnny jumper, and we put her in that. She's not as crazy about that because it has to hang from a door, so it's like, you know, she can't really see us as well, where the walker can go wherever. The funny thing is that because Remington has pushed her in it, like you just put her in it, she's not as happy to just sit in the walker and play with the toys on it. She does alright sometimes, but sometimes she just starts hollering right away, like, hello, where's my chauffeur? Where am I going to get pushed to? So it's really cute to see them interacting now. It kind of gives me a feeling of what the future is going to be like with them playing together. He loves playing with her. He does really, really good. Entertaining her and getting stuff for her and just trying to keep her happy. And she loves him. Like, she laughs for him. I think that was the first thing she ever laughed to was him dancing. What is that? Are you fake coughing? She laughs, like when you tickle her. She'll laugh. She won't do it now, I'm sure. No, you won't do it now. But during diaper changes, I'll do it and she'll laugh and it's really cute. It usually gives her the hiccups, like she doesn't breathe right when she laughs or something, so it gives her the hiccups afterwards, but her little laugh is so adorable. Let's see. She eats a lot lately. I think she's going through a growth spurt. She's up to about 36 ounces in a day. She's on the petite side. We go to the doctor on Wednesday for a 4-month checkup, so I'll find out, how big she is then. But she was mistaken for a 6-week-old baby the other day, like just last week. I was out shopping and a lady, some stranger was like, oh, she's so beautiful. She's got to be about 6 weeks. And I'm like, no, not at all. She was 18 weeks and she's like, oh my goodness, well, my granddaughter's 6 weeks and she's the same size. So obviously she's a little petite, or that baby was huge, one of the two. I'm going to guess probably petite because this is 3 to 6 month Lunzi, but up until last week we were still doing only 0 to 3 month, and she was over 4 months at that point. So I know she's on the petite side. I finally just started putting her in 3 to 6 months because I'm sick of the 0 to 3 month and want to get out the 3 to 6 month, but like this outfit it was like huge on her today. It looked ridiculous. But some of them fit alright and others are just absolutely horrible. Her feedings, I've just started doing like a journal log of them because I feel like they're so all over the place and I wasn't exactly sure how much she was getting in a day, but they're still really just sporadic every few hours. We don't have a routine. Another reason I want to keep track of her, like a log, just to see if we can develop a better routine with it. She does like little cat naps still in the morning and usually one longer nap in the afternoon, but yesterday it was totally opposite. She slept a long nap in the morning and little cat naps in the afternoon. So unpredictable. She likes it that way, don't you? Unpredictable. Unpredictable! She likes to keep me on my toes. She's still being a mommy's girl, but is doing better with going to other people. She has her days where she just wants me, and I don't know where those come from, if she's just not feeling great. No teeth have popped through yet, but she's working on it. Like, she gnaws on stuff so much. So maybe on those days where they're really bothering her, she wants me more. She doesn't like old people. It's really, really strange, but I'm not kidding. Like, every old person that tries to talk to her and make faces at her, she just puckers that bottom lip out and starts crying. I don't know what it is. I don't know what she doesn't like about old people faces, but sometimes she does alright with my dad, but sometimes not. It's really, really weird. Pretty much every other old person, though, she cries for. She's starting to get better around my mom. For the longest time, she would cry for my mom, but my mom and I went shopping last Wednesday, and she did really good for her, so I don't know. It's like, you never know how she's going to be. Do we? Cloth diapering is going really, really good. I could probably do a whole other update about that, but we've been exclusively cloth diapering for months now. We are going to the Dominican Republic in May, and I'm really torn. I'd like to cloth diaper through that trip, but more than likely we'll do disposables for the convenience of it, and I'm worried about the water. I heard somebody went and their baby didn't do well with just even bathing in the water, so then if we had to do bottled water for her and try to wash cloth diapers in bottled water, it doesn't sound pleasant. So unfortunately we probably will do disposables for that. We're really, really excited for the trip, though. My sister is getting married, so it's going to be awesome. Remington is the flower boy, and Clayton and her will just not be in the wedding, but I'm excited because we're making a whole family vacation of it, and it'll be awesome. Very, very much needed, and just so looking forward to it. So much so. On Easter, she had her first Cygnus. well, the day before Easter, actually, that Saturday, she woke up and ate her bottle and just threw it up. Like, I'm not talking spit it up, I mean throw it up. I've never seen a baby this young throw up, but it was like projectile vomiting. I swear it was more than what we were even giving her. She would immediately throw it up. And then by halfway through the day, she was having explosive diarrhea, like explosive. There was one point where I was changing a diarrhea diaper and she was going more and then threw up in the middle of the diaper change. So it was like both ends. It was horrible. No fever through it though, so it was really weird. And it just lasted like less than 24 hours, so I don't know if it was a bug. She didn't want to eat as much for like that next week. We still had to work on getting her back up to her normal eatings, and then after that, that's when it seemed like a growth spurt and she's been eating even more. So it was just really, really strange, wasn't it? Very strange. Big thing was she slept in her bed for a nap, and I think it was like a 2.5 hour nap. It was awesome. I thought this was a new trend that we would be continuing on, and not so much. She did that nap good, and a couple days after we did some naps in there, but then she got sick and got clingy, and I didn't push it, and we've struggled ever since to get her back in there. I thought we would work on Cry It Out last week. I let her cry for 40 minutes, going in and checking on her every 5 to 10 minutes. And she wouldn't have any of it. I finally caved and got her up because she was just so red in the face from screaming and just looked horrible from screaming her head off, and I couldn't do it anymore. And I've been too afraid to try it again because I can't take her crying. It breaks my heart. So she still sleeps in her swing for naps, or I hold her, or yeah, that's pretty much it. And then at night she's still sleeping in a car seat in our room in the pack and play. So it's really strange. It's totally different than how we had Remington. He was like a really good sleeper. We had him down on a routine and would sleep in his crib and all that stuff, where she's just really, really different, but we're trying to make it work. I'm going to talk to the doctor about it because I don't know what to do. That's another thing. I'm supposed to have jury duty next month, and I don't know how to go about it because she doesn't go to a sitter, so I don't know who to get to watch her. So that's going to be fun if I really do have to go for jury duty. I'm hoping I don't, but it's going to be really hard. That leads me to, I have left her officially for the first time. We went out for our anniversary, which was on April 12th, and we went out quite a few days before our anniversary because it just worked out. I think it was on a Monday and our anniversary was maybe on a Thursday. We went out on that Monday because Clint had off work early and he thought he was going to have to work late the rest of the week. So we went out for our anniversary on a Monday, and we went to see Titanic and went out to eat, which was really nice. When we got back to pick the kids up from Clint's mom, she was like, well, she cried a lot, but we managed. So I felt really bad that she cried a lot, and I've kind of been leery to leave her ever since. I did leave her one other time after that, but it was with Clint, and it was just for like an hour and a half. I ran and did a photo shoot for one of my friends. So yeah, I haven't left her much, and always get nervous too, but let's see, I have so much to say, and here's my phone going off too. We gave her, like, she's ate a little bit of food, very, very, very little, because she's just 4 months, and I don't want to push it, but she acts like she wants to eat. Like, she just puts stuff to her mouth, and when we're eating, she just stares at us, and if you, like, put something, we tried, like, a little cracker, before she would break it off, we always pull it out, but, we were out to eat. I was out to eat with my mom last Wednesday, and I had some applesauce, and so I gave her just like the tip of the spoon. Barely had anything on it, but she was chowing that down. She loved the applesauce. So then the next day I gave her a little bit of baby cereal, just a little bit, and she really doesn't get the concept of keeping it in her mouth. It just like spits out, but she loves to try. But I haven't wanted to push it, and I know my doctor will freak out when she hears, so I don't think we're going to keep doing it. Probably till closer to 6 months, because I know that's what's recommended. But it's hard because she wants to eat. Yes, you do. You're working on those tubers. Okay, so I think that's pretty much it. Hey, you're gonna fill in the silence? So that's pretty much it for her. For me, the big thing is that AF showed up for real. I know I talked about last time, like I had a bleeding episode and I wasn't sure if it was AF, if it was my crazy hormone levels. I honestly don't know about that. I would have expected if it was AF that it would have showed up like the first of the month, and instead it showed up on our anniversary. It was like, yay, she turned 4 months, because it was on the 12th, so she turned 4 months, it was our anniversary, and AF started. It was like, woohoo, and like came with a vengeance. And I guess that's normal to have a really heavy period after your first postpartum period, but I don't know. I was not expecting it because I had no cramping. I just like went to the bathroom in the middle of the night and was like, oh wow, this is what it's like to have no cramps and have like no morning whatsoever. And I really didn't have cramps. Ooh. You got a booger on your hand. Aki. That was Aki. Tell Aki. Okay, so I had like no cramps and was really shocked by it, and was surprised when it started, and then it lasted for pretty much a normal period, like 4 or 5 days, but the first 2 days were horrible, horrible, horrible. TMI alert, I am not usually a heavy bleeder whatsoever. Like, I would never bleed through like a tampon or a pad. I don't even know how long it would take to bleed through them. I just change them on a regular basis, you know, because it's gross. But I don't usually, like I wouldn't have to, where here I was, after just a couple hours of having a tampon in, bleeding through it. And I've never in my life bled like that before. And it was really weird. I just wasn't expecting it and didn't know what to think of it. So I don't know if this is going to be a regular thing or it was just like a postpartum thing. I have no idea, but I would love the no cramps part, but I guess I'll just have to get used to this extra heavy bleeding if that's normal. But hopefully, because I got that out of the way, then it won't happen while we're in the Dominican Republic, I'm hoping. But, so that was like major news to know that my body might be going back to normal cycles, and we really could officially start TTCing again. I would say definitely like we are, but we're not going to chart and track the stuff. I know I probably mentioned that before, but I don't know when we'll get to that point. If we'll get to that point, we might just jump back into doing a frozen embryo transfer since we've got some to transfer. And that probably wouldn't be for another year from now at least. But we'll try until then. You know, I just don't think we'll like chart and track and like officially really give it a good go, because just takes too much out of you to do all that. So that's pretty much it. We're 4 months and a week and a half. Yes. No, 4 months, 2 weeks today. I don't know. Depends on whether you go by weeks or dates or what, but yeah, we're over 4 months, aren't we? So that's all I've got, as if this wasn't long enough. So I will make another video soon. Hopefully I'll have some videos and pictures to share from the Dominican, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.